What's up, my mathletes? That's right, Mr. Muscarella coming at you. And in this video, we're going to take a look at function composition using tables. So let's go. Now, when we use tables for function composition, it's a little bit different because we're not given a formula for f of x or g of x. We're just given a table of values like you can see here. So what you have to remember is which one's the inside, which one's the outside function. So if we take a look at a, that's going to be f and then g of 1. So that is going to, the inside function is g. So that's what we're going to start with. And then the value we're going to look at is 1. So as we do this, now there's two pieces we have to do. One is look at the x value. So the x value, if we go across that top row, I want the x value where it is 1. Now my inside function is g. So the second piece of that is I look here in the g row, g of x row. And I want to find where, if I go down from 1, that's going to be this spot right here. That's going to be 0. So the next piece then, I'm going to say, okay, that value, g of 1 was 0, so I'm going to have f of 0. So I'm going to start all the way over again. So I'm going to erase these two pieces here, but I'm still going to start in the x row. In the x row, what we're going to do this time is look for 0. So we go across, we look for 0. That's right here in this location. Now, the function that I'm evaluating that is f. So again, I'm going to look across this time in the f row, in that function row, and that is the value of 5. So the final answer for all of this, f of g of 1, that has a value of 5. All right, so that's how you do that. So you take your time, one step at a time, but you're always going to start by analyzing which function's on the inside and which one's on the outside. So let's take a look at example B. In example B, here we've got g composed of f, and then my x value is 2. So with this problem, we're going to start looking, because my x value here is 2. So I'm going to look all the way over here to where 2 is in the x row. Now I want the function f, so as I go across the f row, and I go all the way there, kind of where those two intersect, that value is going to be 1. So I'm going to have g of 1. Now the last thing I do, so I'm going to now look at the g row and the x row where 1 is. So I'm going to go over to 1, take a look right here, then I'm going to go all the way down into g row. Okay, that's 0. So my final answer for this, g of f of 2, is just going to be 0. So that's it. So let me go ahead and get you to try example C on your own, where you take a look at that one. So go ahead and hit pause, and then come back and check yourself to make sure you didn't wreck yourself. All right, so let's see how we did. So when you rewrite this, right, you're going to have, and this is what's kind of weird, you have the same function on the inside and the outside. So they're both g's. So g of 1. All right, no big deal. Again, my x value is 1 here, so I'm going to take a look all the way across the x row and where that's 1. Now, g of 1, so again, I'm going to look in the g row, so that value is 0. Okay, no big deal. Take your time. So I'm going to have g of 0. Now I'm going to still be in that function g, but this time I'm going to start at 0. So I'm going to go all the way to 0, and then I want g of 0. So that, my friends, is the value of 1. So g of 1 is 1. So that's it. That hopefully will give you a little bit of explanation on finding function composition using a table of values. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, make it a great day. There's simply no good reason not to, and I'll catch up with you soon. Peace out.